guest. Her name is Brettney, and Brettney is a expert in many different fields. Met her at the Wealth Acceleration Summit. She was also a exponential help in many ways to the eZWay family, and so we wanted to bring her on to the show today to tell you guys about an event she has happening, and she's also a powerful affiliate. These people that you're listening to on the show, guys, these are powerful affiliates as well of the eZWay network. So you're going to be definitely hearing from them. So without further ado, let's bring on Brettney Perr to the show. Brettney Perr, are you there? Hey, look at me, Ryan.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Hi,
can.
Brettney.
Hey, how you doing?
Awesome. Doing great.
Thanks.
How are you all doing?
Thanks for taking time out of the 4th of July weekend. I hope you're not interrupting your barbecue or anything, because we'd love to have you on here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And nope, no interruptions. Good thing this is happening in the morning.
Well, it's not 4th of July, technically. People usually do the barbecues on 4th of July itself. This is the day before 4th of July. But, Brettney, let me just ask you real quick, because we just played some amazing music. Did you listen
Yes.
to that? What did you think of that? I think that was one of the first time releases. What did you think? Did you like that song?
Yeah, I think it was great. It was very beautiful, like understanding the behind of the music, and I love diving into that stuff. And Nashville is such a powerful music hub. So if you're not in the country singing genre often, like you really wouldn't know that unless you interact with people from there. So it's very cool having, a guest in that area come on board right before, and I got to listen to the whole thing. So it was great.
Awesome.
Very beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Touching interview.
Thank you for your opinion. Let's get into you as our third segment guest. Tell everybody a little bit about your story and what you do.
And what brought you down the path to what you're doing?
Thank you. Yes,
That's right. 3 questions at the same time. How good are you?
Let's do it. I'm highly multi-talented, so I think I can take it all at once. But my personal history is I've been in the entertainment industry for over 20 years. In front of camera, if you've seen Larry Crown, you've seen me. I've also worked behind camera, crew side. I've worked in the video game industry at EA and THQ, the music industry, and also supporting on live productions. So that kind of all comes together to bring me on this journey of creating an event post-COVID to bring people together again. There's so much division in the world and just so many breakdowns in different ways of how we're connecting and communicating. And if you've read, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, this is basically bringing in the 6th habit, which is synergize. And so I've called my event the Synergistic Symposium, and it's all about creating synergy, joy, connection, and sustainable change to the world. So we highlight nonprofits, and by the way, I love the nonprofit that you guys do, helping kids with vision issues, and it's all about giving back to the community and connecting the community together, which is why I am an affiliate with the eZWay network, because it's all about community. And the funny thing is that even before joining the network, I had heard people being like, check out eZWay, check out eZWay. And it wasn't until the Wealth Acceleration Summit event that Eric Zuli and I actually met. And I was like, okay, now I know why people were telling me to check out this community. And I'm kicking myself in the butt for not doing it before.
Well, thank you for that.
We get overwhelmed with stuff. There's so many things, and a lot of them are very important, and you got to stop every once in a while and take care of this stuff, because it could be not good. I had some property, and it was sitting for a long time, a couple lots, and I didn't pay attention. I almost lost them because I just didn't keep up with stuff. And I said, you got to pay the taxes. I mean, just a lot here, a lot there, and important things that are going on. And this is just something dealing with us or dealing with whoever, and you missed that call or something, and it could have been really lucrative for you. But we're so, it's funny. We have in and out banking, we have in and out food, we have all this stuff that saves time, and yet everybody's more busy now than they were in the old days.
Yeah.
So, Brettney, what do you do? What is, let's hear about what you do as an entrepreneur. You know, if someone goes on the eZWay Wall of Fame and they check you out on eZWay, what are they going to learn? What are they going to see? Why do they want to network with Brettney?
Yeah, so I do multiple different things. So besides being in the entertainment industry, I also am a coach. I help empaths to really overcome a lot of trauma that many empaths deal with and step into their power, step into their own personal spotlight. And that's through identity work, that's through connecting with their authenticity. And that's a lot of what my stage provides, is that space for people to really shine their true authentic light in a way that is creating connection. And that's what it comes down to, is creating that network and connection. I also have a blog called obscurum.com, which is all about personal empowerment. And this event is the up level of obscurum.com. So when I set out to create the blog, it was a very tough time in my life, riding on public transportation. My car had broken down. And from that, I was just like, I just need to start sharing my story in a way that helps people to understand that we all go through these tough times. And it's only sharing openly and authentically that when we come together and share these stories and are like, hey, you're human. Yeah, I'm human too, is when we actually create more light in the world, where we actually create sustainable change in the guise of like all this perfection that we have going on and needing to look perfect. And it's like, I've worked with many celebrities, and a lot of times, you know, their forward-facing lives are amazing, and in the background, not so much. It's really lonely. It's really isolated. And so this just brings humanity back so that we can really see each other and support each other and come together in a way that I don't think the world has experienced for quite a few years. So that's it in a nutshell. Not sure.
Called intra and interpersonal communication, and they say that it's affecting youth too, because they're connecting a lot. Like, it's good for the person that's home and can't really get out. Now they're they're able to play chess and different games with people all over the world. They could have a good friend in France or Europe, wherever. But there's also a downside with not real communication, and they say that's affecting people too. The one-on-one type of scenario. Facebook, the founders of Facebook said that it's going to be really beneficial, but it's going to offset humanity in a way too. So it's going to be interesting research that's coming out.
Yeah,
I mean, the whole world. Yeah, it's all different now.
Yeah, there already is a lot of research and data coming out that the kids of this day and age are the ones who are getting hit the most with loneliness and having issues, you know, with connecting on a human-to-human level. And, you know, prior to that, it was women in their older years. Of course, women have a longer lifespan typically than men. So that's a normal thing. But this has completely inverted that to where it is affecting our youth. And my event, the Synergistic Symposium, is a family-friendly event. And I pretty much correlate it with being like TED Talks mashed up with Burning Man, just without the pretentiousness, nudity, and drugs. So it is a family-friendly event about bringing people together and, you know, letting our humanity shine and giving forth. And that's another part of, you know, creating that interpersonal relationship with yourself, is when you're giving, when you're generous, you're going to be a happier person overall. And that has been studied scientifically. So
a lot of study. What's the main effects that you've noticed with, you know, like you've said, over the years things have changed, especially the last 4 or 5. How has it affected people that you've worked with? They're really connecting with so many, and now on a virtual level, and we had to change a lot of our events. That people used to come to Eric and they say, oh, God, they panicked because years ago they wanted to do all these events and they had some big plan that they had to cancel the whole thing, and he showed them how they could do it virtually. But I'm starting to hear, when I talk to people, okay, we're going to do this virtually, it's going to be Zoom, and some of them would say, you know, I really miss some of the, you know, personal contact. It's kind of out there. You could feel it. They kind of miss the in-person Are you noticing that with some of the people you work with?
Oh, absolutely. And, as my futurist side of things, the way that the world is shifting right now with AI coming into play, the rise of that, and I've related this in several different circles where that in-person dynamic, that human-to-human connection is going to be the most valuable thing, because we're already seeing it now. Like, if you're paying attention to certain social media platforms, they are shutting down how much data people are allowed to take in. There's going to be an overwhelming saturation of things from AI. So many people have jumped onto it at once. So many people are utilizing it for, things of copy, creating content, and it's like, okay, well, let's look down the line. What happens when the internet is oversaturated with content? People are going to be like, this is too much. They're going to tune out. And this is why human-to-human connection is so valuable. Getting out is so valuable, because our nature, our natural innate nature is like, there is way too much of this. It's a fire hose. It's overwhelming. The best thing to counteract that, to balance, is getting in person.
I was going to say, nature has a way that brings us back to balance. Like, the scenario is with certain types of the way people dress. It becomes maybe a little bit louder and louder, and then it'll start coming back because people don't want to really go there to the extremes. And with everything that's going on online, they want to kind of slow down and get back to like you said, the balance is so important. Now, the AI thing, we don't have time to even get into that, but they had one of the top people from a top college, a debater, and they sat against the bot. Now, the difference is the bot knows every language, every medical scenario, and on as far as debate goes, going against somebody that had a degree. They said he was outgunned 1,000-1. No matter what he said, the bot could come back with statistics like the chess player. The best chess player from Russia in the world threw up his hands and said, that's it, I can't keep up with this. And, remember that Chinese game, that really complicated little Chinese game where you move the pieces and the guy lost?
Yes.
So where is that going from here? I mean, if we're already outgunned 1,000-1 as far as the debate goes against the bot and our top guy, are we going to be left behind by the AI people, robots or whatever you call them? Our decisions won't even come close. And now they say it's getting into the medical world where they get a diagnosis from a doctor and then they implant it or input it into the computer, and the doctor was wrong on 20 different levels, and the computer corrects it. So it'll be fed in, our tests will be fed in the computers, and then I don't know where it's going from there. It's crossing the whole country as far as changing the business world,
Yeah, so I'm very thankful you brought that up, because any data that you can research and learn, like through schooling, through college, AI is going to be amazing and phenomenal at. Those developments in health and wellness industry is going to be incredible on, supporting us in our own health and wellness. So the difference is getting that experiential knowledge, data, wisdom, interaction. My personal story, I am an autodidact, so I'm self-taught on a lot of things and a polymath. So I can extrapolate knowledge from, variety of different areas and kind of combine and contrast it. But AI will never really have the experiences that we have as a human being. And that's why they say it's not sentient. It doesn't, it doesn't really think and feel. It's more like, this is a combination of everything that I've learned and read online, and I'm just kind of spewing it out in regards to, what you're telling me you need. That's it.
The personal touch. Yeah. Misses that.
Which is why human-to-human connection, getting out, actually experiencing things, creating experience, having, real experiences that bring you to another level of what it is to be human. And that's why,
I was just watching some news clips. No, I'm just, this is so interesting. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. But I was just watching the news that was so many years ago, and they're going, and the newscaster said, what is this internet stuff that's out there I keep hearing about? And, you know, it was whatever, years ago. And we know what happened with that, New World, and there's some companies that didn't keep up with it, and one of them used to rent out videos, and they just go under. And now another door is opening. I mean, these doors that have opened, you know, a lot of people don't realize, the young people don't realize this computer stuff is fairly new overall.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you guys in this amazing conversation, but I have a 11:15 meeting, and we're 10 minutes over time for the show. So.
Well, we don't want to let Brittney go. We need more. Thank you,
hey, Eric, should I give
whatever you want to share, Brittney, please do so.
Okay. So I know that Eric has a link for the event, and is it okay if I give your viewers a special discount code? Okay, sweet. So for those who are tuning in, you can get in this event for free if you are in Los Angeles. The code, once you get the link, I'll post it on my profile or Eric will post it. The code is in all caps, eZWay.